Yeah, there's a lot happening in South African football. One of the big stories of the weekend is obviously out at Mamelodi Sundowns. Women's coach Jerry Chabalala suspended with immediate effect pending an investigation into improper conduct, accused by some of the players of that improper conduct. And the club releasing a statement that they actually have hired top law firm Bowmans to investigate further. And as a precautionary measure, they've sidelined coach Jerry Chabalala in the time being.
You know, I've got a lot of feelings and a lot of thought about this because if anything, if it comes out untrue, his name is tarnished. When you Google Jerry Chabalala, you're going to find certain things popping up, just like a Bruce in Zambia, just like other coach Augustine Makalakalen. That's just like a lot of other coaches that have been there. The conversation out there now is that women must coach women, men must coach men. I'm a coach. I'm not a women's football coach. It means I will not have the opportunity to have football coaching as a career because professional football for South African women is not there. It's a hobby, or you have other work that you are doing. And also it's a teaching to the coaches, male and female, because there's women coaches that will be accused of certain things and all of that. It is important for us to be able to understand that, as I know male coaches that do not go into the change room, they will be told, coach, you can come in now. I've coached with coaches in the national teams where a coach will say, coach, is it good for me to come in? And when do you do this? During the week, you do that. So there's conversations also that are taken out of context, or there's conversations that the coach also is not able to, you know, withstand the pressure. And andile, abanye abantu baning abangana voice. Women coaches that are abusive, male coaches that are abusive, the truth and lies and all of that, just know that there's lives. If this is true, Coach Jerry has done all of this, it will be justice for the players. If this is not true, his life is gone.
Very quickly, Coach, because fans will Mazolo, une stories in Sasa Riches Bay. Mangabe nabantu besifazana ndlala ibhola manibuye la kuma change room umqeqesho indoda fanele ame ngaphandle angangene eyokhuluma into ezoyikhuluma azatshela ukuthi hayi cha usungangena manje. Yes,
there's protocol that is there. Because
it doesn't make coaching easy then, does it?
It doesn't, but the most important thing is that what you do midweek off training and all of that is important. And it becomes second nature because ufuna badlali ukuthi bafile comfortable bungabi nezinto ezikanje eziqhamukayo.
Yeah, well, moving on to the next story, it's still also Sundowns related, but from a Richards Bay point of view, because I'm talking about a player who's on loan from Mamelodi Sundowns in Thabang Sibanyoni. His contract and his services have been terminated by the club after just, 8 matches in the Betway Premiership, having gone there on loan under Brendan Trute. With Brendan Trute sacked, it seems the player is on his way out as well. He's a player that did play with Skipper Hlompo, Skipper did see him play in the graduation part of Mamelodi Sundowns as a youth player.
Mazola, 𝑺𝒐𝒄𝒄𝒆 a player this feeling unfortunate in terms of find a place where he can showcase his talent. I was so happy that he found a place because Super Sport, I thought under Gavin he was going to excel because Gavin plays this type of game. It was just unfortunate that he couldn't hit the ground running for some reason. I don't know why. But I think there's a team that suits this style of play, and there's a lot of teams that I think needs to give him that opportunity to play. But if he goes back to Tuks, he can help them to come back in the Premier League.
Yeah, well, speaking of movements, there has been a lot of movements, as you said, Andile, with coaches. Now, Clinton Lassen gone. I did do some investigation and digging out at Magesi to find out who now takes charge. Jackie Ledwaba, assistant coach, and Papi Zotwani will be in charge, at least in the interim, to see out the remainder of the year. And let's see what happens when the second half of the season kicks off in January. And then our final story, this is an interesting one. SAFA were getting an advance from Sports Minister Gayton McKenzie of 5 million rands, and we've got an interview with the minister over the weekend. I don't know whether he's backtracking or just giving further context to a forensic probe into the SAFA finances. Here's the minister.
SAFA don't understand what I have done now. I didn't just give them money. I gave them money that was earmarked for them already. Let's start there. There's 5 million to pay the salaries. Is money they would have gotten anyway in April. But I said to them, I need a report back after the 18th of December when you have your board meeting, which are now here, they've postponed. I then went back, I said, I still need a report back. what is the state of your finances? Why is it that you are at this position? And how are you going to get out of this position? We need to know. I'm going to collate all that information once I have it and then deal accordingly. You see, my hands are also, to an extent, I need to be very careful because people say, Mackenzie, Danny must go. I can't remove Danny because it's not in my hands. That's interference. Then we are getting banned here. Then the same people are going to say, Mackenzie, we are banned now because of this minister. I must have a cool head. I must deal